Finding the right real estate professional can be challenging. I'm broker Melissa Wilson. I'm knowledgeable in all aspects of the real estate process. So whether you're looking to buy new or an existing home or have a commercial need, I'm here to help.
What's going on, fam? This is Jay Cameron inviting you to join us in Ethiopia next March 2025. And this is going to be an iconic trip that you don't want to miss, a trip of a lifetime. We're going to be visiting Addis Ababa, Gondor, Lalibela. You'll have a chance to taste the amazing Ethiopian food. You'll also have a chance to visit the Rastafarian community. You'll get the history, you'll get the fashion, you have an opportunity to shop. It's going to be a trip, an experience of a lifetime. So make sure you sign up to join us in Ethiopia, March 2025.
Introducing the African Diaspora News Channel app, your gateway to stories that's overlooked by the corporate mainstream media.
At African Diaspora News Channel, we cover stories that don't receive mainstream attention, and we serve as the voice to the global Black community. We are committed to informing and educating through the power of media, connecting the African diaspora one story at a time.
With our platform, we're helping to end injustice by exposing it.
Join us in standing for excellence in journalism and serving our community. Download the African Diaspora News app today.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are here. We are here on the stream. It is Thursday, August 15th. We are halfway over with August, ladies and gentlemen, and we are trucking along throughout this year. I was, thank you to the person that sent me this particular footage that we're going to cover tonight. Very, very upsetting. You know, we'll get to that. For sure. And, you want to send me a message or maybe a link to a video we may want to cover. You can do that through the contact form on our website. As of right now, we still have the back to school promo for the app and everything. 50% off. The pinned comment at the top. You could use My News 50, but you got to select a 1-year subscription and you get it 50% off. It works for 30 days only. After that, that's it. No more promos for the year. Take advantage. Also, once you do that, go to the contact form. Show me your receipt. Give me your link to your YouTube channel. Not your screen name, but the link to YouTube channel. And we can add you here on YouTube, and that way you can participate. You know, because you did all that. I know I got some from people today. I'll get to that probably right after the stream. I was just so busy, but I'll take care of that right after the stream. So you guys will be able to, all ladies, be able to, be on here on the next one. Also, the Ethiopia trip, I've been getting messages all over the place about that. As I said before, we are completely sold out, but it twisted their arm and say, can we get at least 4 more in? So try to jump on it because I'm getting too many people. And y'all, I don't know why people do that. Like even with the South Africa trip we had, some people waited to the day before the trip. I'll pay for it today. I want to get on. I'm like, why you just didn't pay a deposit, pay some payments, and then later just pay it off, So those things go pretty quick. They go pretty quick. And I'm glad to, people can have that experience. That's like my first experience is in Ethiopia. And, I talked to Sister Wangel, so she'll show up as well to meet with everybody at the meet and greet. So it just won't be myself, it'll be Sister Wangel as well. So shout out to her for all of that. All right, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So, that video, if other people talking about it, they should be talking about it. But, we're going to do it our way. We're going to do it the way we do over here. All right, so let's go ahead on and before we start all that heavy stuff, let's go ahead on and get to, let's go ahead on and try to get lighten the load a little bit. And yeah, let's go ahead and do that. So let's start off tonight with Reverend Al.
I have the courage to denounce a black bigot. I think Roy Innes is no good, and I denounce him. That's a lot of crap. Now, look, brother, you have your time. That's a lot of crap. Brother, and I got
Count indictment in Manhattan that accuses him of diverting hundreds of thousands of dollars to his personal use after using fraud, grand larceny, and false business records to solicit funds from such diverse contributors as Don King, the boxing promoter, and Don Trump, the billionaire. Sharpton will be arraigned on state income tax charges later in Albany. In Manhattan Supreme Court, Reverend Sharpton was formally accused of taking in more than $250,000 for his national youth movement. The money allegedly was donated over a 3-year period to support youth programs, but State Attorney General Robert Abrams says lots of that cash went into Al Sharpton's pockets. All the charges, they say he stole money. Same charges that Dr. King had, same charges gone. Where's all of the mob money? Where's the ticket scale? This is disappointing. I thought they could do better. What about not filing for taxes? What about it? Black people don't owe no taxes. We ain't got no rights. They like my hair.
Yeah, you know, I kind of agree with Al. Black people don't own no taxes. I mean, we shouldn't be paying no taxes. I mean, shoot, that should be a part of the reparations package, that we don't pay no taxes. Shoot, I think we've done enough in this country, you know. So make sure to let you know, class is in session tonight. We're going to have a little class tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, you know, participate in class when it's asked of you, because that's make the class go very good. So as I said earlier, I was sent a video. This video is a lot. And, you know, they always tell us to pull ourselves up by our bootstraps. They tell us to work hard. Stop being a victim. That's another thing that we're told. If we just stop being a victim, work hard, pull ourselves up by bootstraps, we could be successful in America. This is what we're told. We're not told a whole lot of other things, how we're going to be sabotaged in America in the midst of us pulling ourselves up by our bootstraps, in the midst of us not being a victim, in the midst of just doing what we can do to take care of ourselves and trying to thrive in America. Nobody tells you the sabotage that goes on to prevent you from really pulling yourself by your bootstraps, your family, and everything else, right? And I've talked about the sabotage before, but we're going to really get into this tonight. So let's go ahead on and play the video of the sister here. And, you know, like always, we'll restart it, and then we'll stop in certain places, and we got to get there because, trust me, things like this really just, Let's go ahead and cue this up. So give me a second. All right, here we go.
I need this message to go out to our vice president who's running for president. I have heard all over social media about, excuse me if I say anything wrong, immigrants getting loans, money. It was hard for me to believe. It was just extremely hard for me to believe. I've been in business such a long time. Back in 2019, I purchased my first food truck. It cost me over $25,000. I paid it cash money. I worked hard to pay for this truck. I'm now selling it because I'm doing other things, but I'm selling it. I had a guy come to look at purchasing my vehicle, a food truck. And he explained to me he's an illegal immigrant. He has no credit. He has no money in the bank. But he showed me his paperwork that he will receive funds to purchase my food truck. I'm thankful that he's buying it, but I'm hurt that I worked so hard to pay cash for my food truck. I have good credit, can't even get a business loan. because of the color of my skin. I have veterans in my family. I'm a veteran. I've been self-employed for so long. But somebody, please tell me, how do I work so hard to have somebody who comes to this country, not long, no credit, and he shows me paperwork where they'll be funding him money to buy my food truck. And when I talked to the bank, they told me usually they have to go straight to a dealership because I'm a private sale. But for special circumstances, they're going to, they allow it. But I need my president to tell me why I worked so hard all these years, all these decades. Couldn't get a business loan, but I bust my ass to get the money to create my business. And we got immigrants coming here. And they're getting money. Money! We're doing nothing but just being here. It's not right, and I want answers.
All right. That video was very, very upsetting. But we know we're gonna start it over because I got a lot to say about this. So let's go ahead and start it over, and we're gonna have to, we got to get it tonight.
I need this message to go out to our vice president who's running for president.
Now, if you don't know, that's Vice President Kamala Harris, your ski-wee sister girl from Howard University, right? Ricky Smiley?
I have heard all over social media about, excuse me if I say anything wrong, immigrants getting loans, money. It was hard for me to believe. It was just extremely hard for me to believe. I've been in business such a long time. Back in 2019, I purchased my first food truck. It cost me over $25,000. I paid it cash money. I worked hard to pay for this truck. I'm now selling it because I'm doing other things, but I'm selling it. I had a guy come to look at purchasing my vehicle, a food truck, and he explained to me he's an illegal immigrant. He has no credit. He has no money in the bank. But he showed me his paperwork that he will receive funds to purchase my food truck.
Let's stop right there. So not only are they being allowed to come over, they're being papered up. And I remember on one of those Sound Off Fridays, I had a guy from New York City of all places. And I told this guy, I said, hey, they giving them money. I don't know nothing about them giving no money. I don't know nothing about that. And yet I'm watching videos every day about New York City about them staying free rent. It's basically in the hotel is free rent. They're giving them cash money. They're giving them food stamp money while American citizens get nothing. Now look at this woman here. What's she saying? She's saying that she bust her tail, worked hard, right? Pulled herself up by her bootstraps. She was not being a victim. She was working hard to get that food truck. And notice the year she bought it, 2019. I want to point that out, 2019, not during Biden. So she get all this money, work hard, do everything. She had to buy it cash because she could not get a business loan, even with good credit. And I'm definitely going to go into that conversation. But let me just build this up. The man had no problem telling her, yeah, I'm here legally. Because he knows there's no consequence for it. He could say that. Now, on the books, that's supposed to be a crime. But it's not criminalized under the Biden-Harris administration. It's not criminalized. Not only they can break federal law, but they're rewarded with money while breaking federal law. He has no credit, but they penalize you for your credit. He has no money in the bank. He has nothing. He was given a paper to say, hey, go out and get a food truck. If you want to get one, here you go. They say, oh, they coming over here to work the jobs. You guys don't want to work. They're not coming. They're not giving them, quote unquote, jobs. They're papering them up to have businesses. Businesses. And what I can tell you, an entrepreneur is going to have a whole lot more than a person working a job, a 9-to-5. So they're not even getting 9-to-5s. They're giving them businesses. I know people right now that want a food truck, who deserve a food truck right now, that I know personally that would do great, that make great food, different caterers and things like that. And they struggling to try to get a food truck because that would take their business to the next level. But this man could come over across the sea, the border, and here you go. Here's some money. And the banks, they in on it. The banks are in on it. All the banks, all the government agencies, they all in on this. All of them are in on it. Now, where's the investigations from these attorney generals about where's all this money coming from? If they don't have credit, they don't have money in the bank, where all this money coming from? It's coming from somewhere. They always say follow the money, because if you follow the money, you follow who's funding it. And all this money they getting, what about taxes? Any little thing American citizen don't pay or whatever, the IRS is coming after you. But them, they can just come in here and just get handed thousands upon $1,000 with no credit. No credit. They don't need credit. Do you remember, maybe it was about a year or so ago, that Biden put out a memo to the banks saying they can't discriminate against them from getting home loans? You can't get a home loan. A black person can't get one, but they can just come across yesterday and get a home loan while you still paying rent somewhere. And this has been the legacy of the Biden-Harris administration. And you mean to tell me that you're telling us as black Americans to go out and vote for 4 more years of that? Just because she's a black adjacent woman, just because she went to Howard University. Oh, wow. She went to Howard University. I'm impressed. Well, this black American woman, and I knew the tears she had was anger. She did everything right, and still things don't turn out right for black American people. This system is rigged against black Americans. All that pull yourself up by your bootstrap crap, that's no. Because even when you're doing that, it's rigged against you. The only way you get around them rigging things, black folks got to work together. But let me get back to this because I got to go in on these black banks too, because they the big problem. Let me get back here.
I'm thankful that he's buying it, but I'm hurt that I work so hard to pay cash for my food truck. I have good credit, can't even get a business loan because of the color of my skin. I have veterans in my family. I'm a veteran. I've been self-employed for so long. But somebody, please tell me, how do I work so hard to have somebody who comes to this country, not long, no credit, and he shows me paperwork where they'll be funding him money to buy my food truck. And when I talked to the bank, they told me usually they have to go straight to a dealership because I'm a private sale. But for special circumstances, they're going to, they allow it. But I need my president to tell me why I worked so hard all these years, all these decades. Couldn't get a business loan, but I bust my ass to get the money to create my business. And we got immigrants coming here. And they're getting money. Money We're doing nothing but just being here. It's not right, and I want answers.
And I'm going to tell you this. That will be every last one of you. If you go put Kamala Harris in office, that's going to be you right there on that video. That's going to be you. That's going to be you. I promise you that. Now, the bank didn't ask him about his job history. The bank didn't ask him about his credit score. The bank didn't say anything about what is, how you been paying your bills, all this sort of thing. I'm telling you, they're going to have homes that you can't get, cars that you can't get, and they all working together to do this. It is a free for all. And the Biden-Harris administration have been doing this. I just looked up the census numbers, okay? The people that came to her wasn't African, I promise you that. It wasn't a Caribbean that came up to her telling her that. We know exactly who it was that came up to her because that's who they prefer. They prefer the Latino. We're talking about the Biden-Harris administration. They prefer the Asian. That's who they prefer. And that's who they're going to paper up and work with. Now, let's talk about the business loan thing. Black Americans have a hard time obtaining business loans. Even with a 700, 740, 780 credit score, you have a hard time obtaining business loans. They don't want black people to have business loans like that. They don't. Because most of these people who have businesses, you talk about them folks, they get loans to make it happen. They're not doing it on their own. It's extremely hard to start a business or run something and you're trying to fund it yourself. When they're getting all this money, it go through the SBA and the SBA are giving, if you get one through the SBA, when you got 30 years to pay it back, so low interest, all that, you pay it back to the government, right? A lot of black people now, we talking about legitimate people, they got the PPP and EIDL, we talking about legitimate businesses, black people. That was the first time they ever got access to any kind of SBA money. And that SBA money through PPP and EIDL, we're not talking about the scammers. We're talking about people that actually had legitimate businesses and did what was right. That was the first time they had any kind of access to money, was during that time in the Trump administration. The first time. The Biden-Harris administration never prioritized black people. They'll come up here and say, yeah, minorities and people of color, and they cut out the black American. They make sure to cut us out. The banks are working with them to make sure that they cut us out. Our home ownership rate hasn't changed much since before the Civil Rights Act. But everybody talking about the Democrats are so much better. Well, why haven't the Democrats fixed that? Why did the Democrats haven't talked about auditing the banks? Because they don't talk about that. They don't talk about auditing the banks. Hey, let's see who you giving loans to, etc. It wasn't too long. Navy Federal got exposed for not giving I think the dude was Kenyan, but they didn't give him a loan with a high credit score, and they had proved that black people with high credit scores that make more money get denied than white people who go for home loans with less credit score, make less money. They are given home. That's the thing. We're sabotaged economically in the United States of America. Now let me go to these black banks. I'm gonna say it, and you black banks, you can hit me up. We can have this conversation. You black banks are a piece of crap. You run around here talking about we are a black-owned bank. We are blank there, black, and you don't help black people. If you're a black bank, then that woman right there, myself, or any other black person that need a business loan, they should be coming to you and say, hey, I'd like to get a business loan. You don't sit up here and reach out to black people in the community and say, hey, we are the one that's going to fund your house. We're going to fund your business. You don't do anything. But the Asian banks that's right here in Houston, they fund their people. The Hispanic banks that they have here in Houston, they fund their people. And even the white-owned banks fund everybody else, and they give us minimum. But you black banks that's out here, you're not doing your job. And that's why black folks don't really bank with you, because you're not even doing your job. I can't stand with somebody running around here talking about blackity, black, black, black. I'm a black bank. I'm a black this. I'm a black that. And then you go look into their record, and you should be leading on the loans. Leading on that. It don't make no sense that black Americans can't get home loans or business loans, and we got black banks around here. Doesn't make sense. It's just like everything else. We got a Congressional Black Caucus, one of the biggest caucus on the hill up there. And what do they do for black people? Nothing. Not a freaking thing. I like to say, y'all, I get so sick and tired of seeing that stuff, because we know the folks gonna sabotage us, but the people in our own community, they don't even want to try to help their own community either. They just happy about their little clubs and boule and access to this one and access to that one, but they don't not want to help out their community whatsoever. See, these other people are getting helped by the government, the banks, and their own community is helping them too. So they're getting helped all the way around. And them same people that came in here during the Biden-Harris is going to look at black Americans and say, you know what? Y'all been here 400 years. I've been here only 4. I got a business. I got 2 houses. I got 5 cars. My kids got businesses. How y'all don't have it? But what he's not going to tell you is that during the Biden-Harris administration, I was given my food truck. I stayed for free at a hotel that I didn't have to pay for. They said that been giving them money for cars, that too, not just food trucks, but cars. They don't have to pay for health care like the rest of us do. We're struggling trying to pay for health care, struggling with insurance, struggling for this, struggling for that. We struggle, but the Biden Harris administration, or even Harris herself, that is a tenet and core of her campaign, is this. How you gonna sit up here and tell me that it is in my best interest to go vote for that? Go vote so another man could come across and get money that I can't get. But reparations. Y'all say you can't do reparations. It's not popular. You can't do reparations because of inflation. You can't do reparations because of this. You can't do reparations because of that. But you can sure do that, though. And I told y'all a long time ago, when they say they don't want to pay reparations, they're not doing it. They're not saying it because they can't afford it. They're saying it because they hate black people. That's why they're telling you that. They hate our guts. And they don't want you to have $5 to your name. They'd rather go paper up a dude who just came across, but not paper up a black woman. And not only she's a black woman that pay taxes, but this woman say she was a veteran of this country. Now, this is twice this week we done video about veterans. Let me cue that video back up again. If maybe it's your first time here and you never seen that video, let's cue that video back up real quick.
With a $5,000 cash, Larry, okay? Migrant, somebody that's not from this country. Now, you are a veteran, and you've also served this country, correct?
Correct.
Now, tell these people, okay, after I just said they left the receipt with a $13,000 food stamp balance. Tell these people, as a veteran that served this country, right? Tell them how much food stamps you get in a month.
$23. $23.
23, not 2,300.
$23.
Not 230. How much you getting in food stamps a month?
$23 a month.
$23 versus a person that's not even from this country versus a person that did not serve this country. $13,000 they said it was on that receipt.
$23.
And you fighting to get your what?
100.
Your 100% from the VA.
From the VA.
He can't even get it.
Fight.
America, you should be ashamed of your
Fight for my
goddamn self.
100%.
You should be ashamed of yourself. See if Kamala gonna fix that. Here this man is a veteran, okay? Fighting for his 100%. He done fought for this country, and he get $23 worth of food stamps every month. And then they done found a seat of an immigrant, a migrant, getting $13,000 a month, Larry. Not every 5 months, not every year, a month. Is it not a slap in the face?
Slap me in the face. But that's sad. Fighting for this country ain't even worth it.
Nope, it's not.
No.
You got it, roll with it.
Yeah. This is the harsh reality for American citizens. And this happening to all American citizens, of course. You know, it's not just happening to Black Americans. It's happening to all American citizens. But the question I have is, you're doing all of this, and then what's your goal? What's the end game? What is the end game for you? Why are you doing all that? See, as a Black person, I can't support that. If I go and vote for Vice President Kamala Harris, I'm literally voting against my children at this point. I'm voting against my children. I'm voting against the elderly people in my family. I'm voting against my whole community at that point, because she's told us many, many times that's what she's on. That's her get down. Just like she told us she wasn't going to do nothing for us. I believed her, and she stuck to that. During the Biden-Harris administration, that's exactly what they stuck to. She's honest about when she's not going to do for us. I respect her for that. I'm not upset with her for saying that. So when she talks about open borders, I believe her. But the rest of y'all, are you going to believe her? Where's Boulay Martin? Come on. Where's Joy Reid? Joy Reid. What you going to say to that Black woman right there? What you going to say? She's lying? That's what they do. You present them with a video like that. Oh, well, it's not that simple what she's saying. Oh, well, how do we know that's true what she's... They'll dismiss her. They'll try to turn around on her. That's what they'll do. That's how wicked they are. Let me tell you something. You are wicked if you're sitting up here promoting the destruction of Black people. You're wicked for that. And I pray God curse you from this day forward. If you're sitting up here knowing and you're being paid to do this, you're being paid to, I pray God curse you, curse the ground you walk on. How can you sit up here and try to promote the destruction of Black people just so you can get paid? That's wicked, man. That's wicked. You Black banks out there, you need to be sitting up here in your communities papering up Black people, giving home loans to Black people. Why should Black folks go beg Wells Fargo and Bank of America and all them other banks? Why do they have to go beg them when you're supposed to be right there? Are you Black credit unions? Where are you at? That's why sometimes, y'all, I get so frustrated that at times I just need a break from America. I need a break from it sometimes. I said, because it frustrates me so much, ladies and gentlemen, that at least when I'm out of here, when I'm traveling to Africa somewhere or wherever I'm going, I ain't thinking about this place. I ain't thinking about the sabotage. I ain't thinking about how we got so many Black folks in this community that help the folks sabotage us. I'm not thinking about how the people come over here assisted by our government and their own community system too. And my thing is, if we getting sabotaged is one thing, but we make sure to sabotage ourselves. And the Congressional Black Caucus is one of the biggest stumbling blocks for Black America. way more than any racist could ever be. The black church is the biggest stumbling block for black America. You siphon so much resources every week out of black America's hands, and you do nothing with those resources. You're not benefiting the community. You're just siphoning resources out. That's why I can't go to y'all church. Now, I'm not a person saying I don't believe in God, I don't love God. No. I'm not a heathen. But I've been peeped that long time ago with the black church. Your game playing, and one of the things I loved during the pandemic is that they shut y'all down. They shut y'all down. Siphoning money out of the community, do nothing for the community. Nothing. This really bothers me and angers me because there's so many black people all over America that work hard every day. Every day they're getting up, going to work every day. They're trying their best to make it. They want to buy a home. They don't want to rent no more. They need just maybe $50,000, $100,000, maybe a good business loan would help them take their business to the next level where they can make $1 million, $2 million. Sometimes just even that small amount of money can help you get to the next level. And they struggle to can't even get it, but yet this guy or lady that's coming across, they get it. Then other groups, criminality, they let them have whole criminal syndicates. Everybody know in this country, these illicit massage parlors that's ran by Asians in this country, everybody know what goes on. And the government knows what they're doing. They're allowed to do it. Oh, but where's the money coming from to open up all these massage parlors? That's what I want to know. Where the money coming from? Even if the feds go raid them, they'll raid them. And like the barber I used to have, they had one literally right by. Let me tell you how bold they are. The barber I used to go to, they had one like in a little shopping center. Now the police station was Webster Police, was literally on the next block, right by the police station. You would see the Webster Police going to a little Mexican restaurant, actually eating food up there, and they had that massage parlor, right? The brother told me he had seen basically Homeland Security raid the place, taking them out in handcuffs, all that. He said the place was shut down 2 weeks. It opened right back up. Where the money coming from? Where's the money coming from? Man, they wouldn't let no black folks be doing no illicit massage parlors, trafficking women from Africa, trafficking women from the Caribbean, and have them in there doing that. Man, please, you couldn't even open up one for the FBI and ran up on you. Partner of mine told me he knew this female, Asian female that he knew, said to him, hey, you want to go in on one of them? That's and okay, what? Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I had a family message. And she told him, well, yeah, you can give me about 10, that you can get in on it. It'll be like an investment, right? So he had told, so he asked and said, well, how much it normally would make a month though? If I put in on this, how much it make? And he said, oh, it can make about $1 million a month. And I'm like, what? $1 million a month? And he said, yeah, you say about $1 million a month. He said, I had the money. He said, but I ain't want to do it. He said, because if they get jammed up on something, I ain't trying to go to no federal prison. I'm like, yeah, I get you, brother. You can put that money on something legal and lawful. I wouldn't do that. But the fact is, you can make $1 million a month turning tricks over there. The government knows what they're doing. They know. These other groups, they had some, is it Aurora, Colorado? They had brought a bunch of migrants came over there, a Venezuelan gang had took over an apartment building. I don't know if y'all heard about that. They took over an apartment building and they just started taking over and just, the first of all, what they started doing, they started kicking in the apartments and start squatting. So that's how they got in there. They start squatting in these apartments. So they weren't paying rent, committing crimes, whatever. So it got, of course, the apartments was like basically dilapidated. They had a lot of code violations, all of that. So they say they tried to get up to code, but they said that due to the Venezuelan gang that took over, they gave people basically 6 days to vacate. And the police and everybody threw all these people out, like I think almost 100 units, threw all these people out. All their belongings out. Like most people don't have no money to go nowhere for 6 days. Like, hey, 6 days you're getting kicked out. Huh? What happened to the 30-day, 60-day notice? I mean, y'all. I mean, it's so many stories that's out here that when Biden is out, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna be dealing with this problem for a long time. A long time. I mean, this country is spiraling down into chaos. Into chaos. It really is. And for me to be sitting up here listening, talking about D.L. Hewley and Ricky Smiley and Joy Reid and Boule Martin and all of them, they want us to go vote for 4 more years of all of that. Right there. That's what they want us to go vote for. That. That's what they want us to vote for. At least when Obama ran, definitely in 2008, he wasn't on that. He like, hey, they over here illegal, they gotta go. They even called Obama the deporter in chief because he was deporting more. They say he deported more people than Trump, but of course, he was in office longer than Trump too. I just can't look at my children or my grandchild. I can't look at them and say, you know what? Yeah, let me go ahead on and vote for an administration that's as hostile. And then on top of all of that hostility, we gonna get the blowback as a black community if she get in there, just period. Like we got with Obama. I mean, this is utterly ridiculous. Our lives as a community is on the line. And some of y'all think this stuff with the bite with Harris and all that's a joke. I'm not telling you to vote for Trump either, because you don't have to vote for no Trump. I'm not telling you to go vote for Trump. That's not what I'm telling you to do. I'm not telling you that. I'm saying that I'm for sure not voting for her. I told y'all a long time ago, my option is just the couch or Trump. That's the only options I got. The couch or Trump. But for sure, she ain't getting my vote. Ain't happening. Because she more pro-open borders than even Biden is. And let's call it what it is. These people like Boule Martin and them, let's say this country go to chaos. They got their money. Boule Martin got a passport. Ricky Smiley, Joy Reid, all of them got passports. And if this country really got bad, Boule Martin and them get their happy self up and they be out of here. Don't y'all think they'll hang around here like your boy Ted Cruz? When the winter storm happened here in Texas, your boy Ted Cruz say, "Oh no, I'm out of here." Ted Cruz, he left. You know what I'm saying? All them politicians got property overseas. Obama too. All of them do. And I told y'all in 2018, hey, just get a passport. Even if you don't use it, just get it. Just get it. You never know what you may need to use it for. Get it, take a trip. Hey, maybe you want to take a trip or something. Take one, whatever. At least all the people that came on the trips with us, they got theirs. And they went. They got to see things themselves. And maybe some of them have went back, made relationships with people. Because look, I'm the kind of guy, I hope for the best, but I try to plan for the worst. All of them, the Boule, they will be out of here if it got too bad. You better believe that. They will be out of here. with all that Democrat money they got, they'll be gone. They be in the Caribbean somewhere, maybe Latin America, maybe some countries in the continent of Africa. We don't know. But they'll be out of here. They're not going to go to Canada, but they're going to go somewhere else if it get that bad. Oh, yeah. Y'all really think these people in here for the long haul, all these Boule members? No. They'll sell you down the river. Then when it get bad, they moving around. Tylene, you say, what is the procedure to get a passport, Tylene? You just fill out your paperwork. If you can do it through the post office. I don't like doing it through the post office. I like going to the courthouse and doing it. You can set up an appointment. I used to go on the Department of State website. I like to fill out all the application, everything online, print it up. Then I take it to my appointment. And they do your passport photos over there. You know, if you want it fast, you can pay more. I think what is about $130 something for a passport. I think 10 years you have on your passport. I tell everybody to get a passport. I made sure that everybody in my family have a passport. My wife, my grown children, even my grandson, he has his passport. My little girl, everybody got theirs because I was serious about that. I said everybody in this family gonna have one, no matter what. No matter what, everybody's going to have it. Like I said, you just want to go, maybe you want to go on vacation. Maybe you just want to go on vacation. You don't know. But I'm saying is, what if this woman becomes president? You got to think like that. What if she do? Then what? She already told you what she owned. So you need to kind of be prepared for whatever come your way. I'm not saying everybody go just jump up and leave America. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is just always have options. There we go. Have options. Now, a lot of problems going to be in the major cities, though. So some of you may have to start moving out the major cities. Get out of them. Maybe you can go into the surrounding areas, or maybe you can go an hour out from the major city. But the big problem is going to be in the major cities. Think about it. The migrant issue, NYC. Get outside of NYC. Get a little further north and away from there, and you're not going to be running into the problems like you were running into over there. So a lot of you that's in the cities, you may have to start coming out of them. But that's really what they want to do. They want black people to get out the cities. What they're doing it twofold. So they're making it too expensive for you to afford it, especially in New York. My God, in New York. They're making it too expensive where you can't afford it. Now, if you're a married couple and both of you work, you can afford it. If you got decent jobs, both of you work together as a family, and you can be okay. But these people who are single and don't have no husband or wife, yeah, unless you got a great career or a great, you got a good business going. I told y'all, and I'm going to keep repeating this, being single is going to be considered luxury. And what I mean by luxury, you're making enough money to afford to be single. The time is going to go back where you're going to have to be with a couple. You're going to have to be with somebody or living with family, whoever, because you're not going to be able to make it on your own. But see, these immigrants that come in here, they live 4 or 5 people to, 4 or 5 families to a house. And that's also how they get ahead too. Black folks, we don't want to do that. We do not want to do that because we have taken on a lot of the ways of the colonizer. We all individualistic. That's his ways. That's not our original ways. Our original ways, because I do remember it enough, is working together as a community. We are a community-based people. We're not an individualistic people. And because a lot of us have become so individualistic, that's why we're in trouble too. We are that people where you have, it takes a village, right? We are that people. These other groups that's coming in here, they have that village mentality. They're not doing it by themselves. On top of the government help they're getting. But what a lot of you are doing, you're trying to do it all on your own. You don't want to work with family. You don't even want to work with like-minded people. You don't want to do it. You don't like him. You don't like her. So that's just really what it is. And these other groups is not. They have no sympathy for your history. They don't care about no George Floyd. They don't care about none of that. You say 10 in California? Yeah, I believe that. 10. I believe that. They have nothing about your history. They don't feel bad for you. Anything. They don't care. They don't even know your history like that unless they learn it. All they here to do is to get ahead and get money at our expense. Now we look back at it. Now you remember with Dr. Claude Anderson, what he said about if black people didn't get nothing when you was number 2 in this country behind white people. He said, what do you think you're going to get when you become number 3 and number 4? Well, it's safe to say, because I read the numbers, we're number 3 now. We're not number 2 no more. We're number 3. Asians is number 4. And Asians being number 4, they got an anti-Asian hate crime bill. And that's the truth. We're number 3. Now, their number 2 status came with a lot of mass immigration. That's where it came from. They recently said that its estimates made about 15 million has been brought in during these years of the Biden-Harris administration. But y'all gonna go and vote for Vice President Kamala Harris, right? Because she's a black woman. Because she went to an HBCU, right? Well, you know what? Hold on. Let me get this. Where's this video? Did I download that? Hold on. I thought I did. Give me a second. I guess if she could be celebrated as a black woman. Oh, there we go. Let me go ahead on and post that here. Give me a second. I got a woman that we might well say is a black woman too, guys and ladies. Hold on. Let me download this. Give me a second. All right. So, all right, cool. Let me get myself off the screen here for a second. Boom, but I'm still there. Okay. Well, you know what? If Kamala Harris went to HBCU and she's the black woman, well, you know what? This is a black woman too. Right here, you know, look, she was in look at her. So I guess that's a black woman too, and I think we need to vote for her next, I guess. I mean, that's all it takes, right? That's all it takes. I'm just trying to figure that out. If that's all, and there's nothing against this young lady on the screen. Nothing at all. I have nothing against this young lady. But I guess, you know, if this all is what it takes, then hey, that's a black woman too. And I guess go vote for her next, right? You know, D.L. Hughley gonna tell us to go vote for this young lady here. What about Joy Reid? Because hey, you know, look at the sign she's throwing up, right? Okay, all right. That'd be your next black president right there, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, you say you saw that? Yeah, that's your next black president right there. That's your next black female president of the United States, right there. Okay. All right, let me get back on the screen here. Yep, that's your next president. So if that's all it takes, Yep, vote for Becca. Yep, she'll be the next black president. Vote for her. Yeah, ski-wee and all other things that go along with it. Why not? That's all it takes these days. You say you vote for Rachel Dolezal? Hey, I vote for Rachel too, because at least Rachel didn't harm nobody. She didn't harm nobody. She was cosplaying, but she didn't harm nobody. But hey, she's black. I think the black community need to give Rachel Dolezal an apology because y'all changed the rules about what's being black. All you need to do is go to HBCU. So maybe the black community need to give Rachel Dolezal an apology. You need to accept her into the black community as one of the sisters in the community. What's her? She got to call herself an African name. Now I don't know what she's calling herself. I don't know the African name she calls herself. But yeah, and just go ahead and let Rachel come on in the fold because I mean, since she went to HBCU, I mean, that's all it takes, right? But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, oh Lord, I didn't get up off of here. These people aggravated me tonight. They're aggravating me. But thank you all for joining us on the stream tonight. We greatly appreciate it. Make sure you click the subscribe button. Make sure you click the like button. That's very, very important. Clicking the like button. If you have not downloaded the African Diaspora News Channel app, make sure you do that in Google Play and Apple App Store. When you go there, hit Create Account. If you want to take advantage of the Back to School promo, then you have to select a year, put My News 50 as a promo code, boom, and you just taking advantage of that, getting 50% off. It's only be for it's now less than 30 days now. But after the 30 days, it'll be ended. Let me see. Anna Iyer says Hispanics had to say to let the migrants in, but those same Hispanics reject Haitians in their country. Say Haitians can't even ask for half the help in their country that they're asking for here, the audacity, yeah? And he says, ski wee woes, that picture's cracking me up. Hey, why not? You know, I think I'm going to have to post that. Maybe just post, you know, I'm going to have to joke about that a little later. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, appreciate everybody coming in. But thank y'all for listening. And y'all be easy and try to relax a little bit. Don't let this stuff just boil you over much than what it should be. You can status correct. You know, the election isn't today, so you just have to keep all this in mind when you go to the polls. And I say this much: I would like to talk to Vice President Kamala Harris about that. I would like to talk to Trump about it. Now, if Trump was smart. If Trump was real smart, he would find that lady. He would go find that lady, or at minimum make a whole commercial based off that lady right there. If he was smart, I would about him like, I'm reaching out to this lady today, you know, and saying what I'm gonna do because they ain't right. I mean, Trump, you know, he could. I would about him. But anyway, y'all, thank y'all, and we'll see y'all tomorrow at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Tomorrow is Sound Off Friday. And we'll come up with the topic. Maybe it could be just a continuation of what we were talking about today. How do you feel about, you know, what the Democrats are doing by papering up everybody coming across, but you can't get a home loan and you can't get a business loan, nor can you get a grant. Even when you open something up, educational or whatever the case may be, you can't